Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you guys are. Guys, smash the like button on this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Share the video as always, guys. I've got some breaking news for you. So Anthony Joshua and 258 management have agreed to Tyson Fury's terms and have said that they are happy to fight on December the 3rd. And it looks like that everything is heading for a December showdown between the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua. I think this is big news, breaking news, and massive news for the heavyweight division and for British boxing fans, because this is a fight that we wanted for a very long time. I still am very skeptical that this fight happens. Frank Warren confirmed that he is going to send the contract over, the official contract over to AJ and his team, 258 management. But something tells me that, you know, when something's too good to be true, it's not true. I think something's going to come out of this that is going to stop the fight from happening. Either it's it'll be a broadcast issue, or either there'll be something that in small print somewhere that someone hasn't read. And I think it could be the broadcaster issue. I hope I'm wrong. But I have a feeling Tyson Fury being the A-side, Frank Warren feeling he's the A-side, will probably say it can't be on DAZN, and that will structure the deal. It just sounds too good to be true. And it just sounds like AJ taking a massive risk as well. Now, I think AJ is taking the risk because he's got nothing to lose. But is Tyson Fury being serious here? I still have my doubts until it's actually officially signed. I'll even go as far as saying until they're actually both across each other in the ring. I don't know what to believe, to be brutally honest with you. I don't know what to believe. I really hope that they can get this fight over the line. I really do hope. But something tells me it sounds too good to be true. Are they going to get this fight over the line? I'm not sure. I hope so, because as you guys know, I really want to see Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. It's a massive fight. It's a great fight. But something tells me that I don't know whether they're going to make this fight. Something tells me it's not going to happen. And I've had that feeling the first time when, you know, when AJ and Fury were being talked about to fight. Something tells me that it may not happen. It may not happen again. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. But something tells me that there's something's gonna pop up. Like maybe I'm being skeptical. Maybe I need to be more positive. But, you know, sometimes when you've seen so many things like this before in boxing, when something sounds too good to be true, it generally isn't true. And I just get a feeling that this fight isn't going to happen. But then, like I said, I've been wrong before, and I'd happily be wrong. I'd hope I am wrong. But I just get a feeling that something tells me that this fight maybe not get over the line. But, you know, something's going to pop up, I think. But again, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm very wrong. But in terms of the fight, I think it's a great fight. I think a lot of people are questioning AJ where he's at mentally at this point. I do as well. I don't think he can beat Tyson Fury at this point where he's at. His confidence is so low. I think it's a disastrous move in terms of, I just don't think he's got the confidence. And Tyson Fury is a guy that's that, you know, oozes in confidence. I mean, the guy has so much confidence, and he's great at playing mind games. And I just don't know whether AJ at this point is confident enough. I think when AJ was champion, yeah, because AJ was on top of his game, he was confident. And AJ for me seems like a guy that really is a confidence type of fighter. I think he lacks so much confidence. I don't even feel like he believes in himself that much. You know, I remember when he was fighting Usyk, and I think since the Andy Ruiz fight, I think Anthony Joshua has not been the same in terms of his confidence levels. And there's a lot of things that Anthony Joshua has done in his career that tells me he doesn't, like, when you think about a guy that's achieved that much, he seems to be like a guy that doubts himself, that doubts his ability. Even though he's achieved so much and done so much in the game, he seems to be a fighter that needs confidence. He needs to be boosted. He needs to be given that boost, you know. Otherwise, you know, he just feels to me he lacks confidence. He doesn't have that confidence. And that's the problem that AJ seems to be having. He doubts himself. He doubts when he's fighting as well. He doesn't go in. He doesn't go in for the kill because he's afraid he might get clipped, or he's afraid that he might run out of gas. These are the things that I've witnessed of watching boxing. I might be wrong, but these are the things that I've witnessed in his game, that I just feel like he's not going in ruthlessly because he's afraid of being clipped himself, firstly, and also running out of gas. I think that's the issue. And that's why we've not been seeing a more ruthless Anthony Joshua. And I think ever since the Dillian White fight, he's been, but I think since the Andy Ruiz fight, I think he's just gone into his shell. And I think that defeat really took away his confidence. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as saying, you know, like a David Price, because David Price really just capitulated. I mean, Joshua's still gone on and had some good wins. Joshua's just overall a much better fighter than David Price. But David Price kind of capitulated mentally, and I think Joshua's kind of gone down the same route. He's just at much better, just at a much higher level. But I just think that Joshua, no matter who he gets in with there now, he just looks vulnerable to me. He just looks so vulnerable and there for the taking. And someone like Tyson Fury, who right now isn't just the fact that he's probably the most skilled heavyweight out there. His confidence is on another level because he's just banging these guys out. I mean, he knocked Dillian White out. I mean, and he knocked Deontay Wilder out. So this guy's confidence is on another level right now. And it's not like this is a guy that came out of depression, being overweight, and he came out and in my opinion, in the first fight, beat Deontay Wilder. You know, so this is a guy that doesn't lack in self-confidence. He has confidence in his ability. And when he's at the top of his game and he believes in himself and people believe that he's the best, and I think that's just going to make him even harder to beat. Because before, he was going into fights where he believed in himself and he had immense confidence in his ability. But I feel like it was all self-belief. He didn't actually know. You know, there would have been a bit of self-doubt there. It doesn't matter how confident he is because he had never done it before. But now he's been in there and done it. And now he just feels that he's on another level because now he knows how good he is. And he knows he can deal with these guys easily. And I think he'd do it with AJ. I mean, yeah, I think Fury right now is going to be tough to beat. I think the only guy that can match him mentally and match him in terms of boxing skills is Alexander Usyk, and that's the only tough fight out there. I think everyone else, I just think he's on a different level, and I think that's the problem AJ's going to have. That AJ right now is not on great form, so to speak, and he's mentally struggling as well. So fighting Tyson Fury when you're in that position, I mean, that's probably the worst kind of guy that you can fight, because he's going to exploit those flaws in your game. You see, Fury didn't want to agitate White because he knew down Dillian White's, he's a roughhouse. By trying to go back and forth with Dillian White, it's just going to motivate and get Dillian White in a state where he's going to be a lot more hungry coming in the fight. So Tyson Fury played the nice guy. For me, that was all part of the mind games. That was all part of the game, because Fury knew if I get this guy motivated, he's gonna come more hungry on fight night because he's gonna want to kill me. He's gonna hate me. And Dillian White's that type of fight where he can make it very rough and tough. With Joshua, I think Fury will try to get under his skins a lot more because Fury knows he could play with Joshua a lot more because Joshua's not that type of guy. And also, Joshua going aggressive and going is probably gonna end in, if Joshua fights recklessly, it's probably gonna play in Tyson Fury's hands, just like Amir Khan back in his days. I mean, Amir Khan was a guy that you want to get under his skin, so he comes out and fights aggressive and recklessly because that will play into your hands. And there's the same thing with Anthony Joshua, that Joshua he doesn't go gung-ho anymore because he doesn't want to get clipped, because he doesn't trust his chin, and secondly, he doesn't want to blow out. So these are the things why we're not seeing a more ruthless Joshua, because, and I don't think we'll ever see that Joshua. I think that Joshua's gone. I think what we see now is what we're going to get. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for Anthony Joshua at this point. And this is why Fury probably and his team want the fight, because they know Joshua's at a place where it's a massive payday and it's probably not the biggest risk at this point. Like heavyweight boxing, it's always a risk, but Joshua's probably at the lowest at this point in his career. And I just don't see how he beats Tyson Fury. If he lands something, who knows? But I just think Fury at this point in his career is just going to have too much for him. He's on a different wavelength to Joshua at this point. And I think the reason why Joshua is taking the fight, because I think it's an opportunity he can't turn down. He wanted the Fury fight for a very long time. A world champion's calling him out. It makes a lot of sense financially, and I think you've got to secure the bag, because AJ might, and Eddie Hearn and all those guys might be thinking, we've got 3 losses. Another loss ain't going to hurt me, you know, and in the sense that I'm going to make a lot of money, and then I can still have the fights that I want to have. I can still go and have the world tours, and yeah, nobody would see me as the best heavyweight out there, but at the end of the day, I'm still be a top 5, you know, heavyweight, and I can still fight guys like Deontay Wilder, Dillian White, and still make money. So another loss ain't going to really hurt Anthony Joshua, because I think people kind of know where Anthony Joshua lies now in the heavyweight division. I think we all kind of get where he's at and how good he is. So for me, I don't think another loss really hurts him. I think he's just going to make a lot of money. Some people will say it's a payday. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity he can't really turn down, because if he wins the fight, oh my God, he just beaten the best heavyweight in the world, and all of a sudden his resume starts to look impressive. Then that fight with Usyk again resurfaces, and he gets another shot. And just say imagine if he beats Usyk in the 3rd fight. Imagine like how crazy that would be. So yeah, look, I think it's an opportunity you just can't turn down, because, you know, he may not get a title shot for the next 2 years. So you can't turn down one of the biggest fights in British boxing history against the guy that you always wanted to fight for a bucket load of money. It's just a fight that you can't really turn down, in my opinion. So yeah, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. AJ accepts Tyson Fury's offer. Leave your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.